While listening to the stories of the townspeople, John approaches the terrifying truth about the house. Among the rumors he arrived at, there were many strange incidents caused by the shadow of the Buddhist altar. While researching family histories, spanning generations, John uncovers stories of tragedy. The family that once lived in this house was persecuted during a harsh period. Even though they endured discrimination and suffering, they cherished Buddhist altars and put their family's prayers and hopes in them. However, at that time, other families in the town were jealous of the clan and plotted against them. One day, the clan's Buddhist altar was poisoned, and as a result, the clan encountered an unfortunate accident. Members of the family died one after another in mysterious accidents. And eventually the whole family came to a devastating end. Though John was heartbroken by this tragedy, he was convinced that the shadow of the altar continued to carry the curse. And he solidified his resolve to uncover the mystery of the Buddhist altar, in order to uncover the truth about the history of the house. But the story takes an even more terrifying turn. As John approaches the mystery of the altar shadow, he finds himself embroiled in mysterious events. As bizarre phenomena increase, he blurs the line between reality and fantasy. One night, John confronts the shadow of the altar again. It looks like a cold mockery towards him, fueling his fear. However, he regains his courage and decides to break the curse of the Buddhist altar. Then John brings back a sacred amulet from the town shrine and begins praying in front of the Buddhist altar. As the prayer increases in power, the shadow of the Buddhist altar gradually fades. You can feel the curse being lifted, as the whole house is enveloped in divine energy. Before long, the shadow of the Buddhist altar disappears completely, and peace returns to the house. Afterwards, while the townspeople thanked John, he also thanked himself for overcoming the fear of the long night. Through this experience, he learned the power of Japanese tradition and spiritual presence. As the story draws to a close, the day John leaves the house, he suddenly sees the shadow of the Buddhist altar reappear. But this time it appeared to have a friendly smile on it. John thanked him in his heart and said goodbye, and he saw it off. And he set out on a new adventure with a frightening but fascinating Japanese ghost story in his heart.